In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the basic functions of the ELD unit in your truck. We're going to start off in the login screen. Every driver is given a unique login ID and password, so you can use it in any of the trucks within our fleet. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to log in. And when you get to this screen, it's going to ask you if you want to be off duty, on duty, and sleeper. We're going to go ahead and choose on duty. It's going to take a moment. And sometimes you may get this window. This is unassigned driver time. This means that someone was in the vehicle prior that did not register their time or did not log into the unit, but did drive the truck. You're always going to choose no, because this time does not belong to you. Alright, so we're at the screen. It shows that we're logged in and we are active. We're going to go ahead and hit the home button. And this brings us to our main screen. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the hours of service. As a driver, this is going to be where you spend most of your time. From this hours of service screen, you can see quite a few tabs. We have status, summary, clocks, graph, day log, 8 days, certify, and load. Most of these tabs are just different ways of showing you what time you have left and what time you've used. But for this portion of the video, we're going to go ahead and go to the load screen. Once you are given your paperwork from the office, you're going to have a comp number, and which is going to be your load ID. So you're going to go ahead and hit new load. And this is where you put your numbers in, your start date, and the trailer number that you have. Once you input all that information, keyboard down, and you're going to hit OK. Now that we've input our load information, I can show you some of the other screens that are available. The summary is just the breakdown of your 8-hour, 11-hour, 14-hour, and 70-hour. The clocks has your available driving time, your driving on duty weekly, shift hours, and days off remaining. The graph is going to be your daily graph, and it's going to kind of show the breakdown of your off duty, when you've been in sleeper berth, drive, and on duty. Your day log is kind of a smaller breakdown of everything you've done within the day, and you can choose to go back and look at previous days as well. Your 8 days and your certify. At the end of every shift, you're going to want to certify your day, and the ELD will prompt you to do so. This is also the spot where if you have an issue where you forgot to log off, or you got logged in too early before your shift started, you can adjust your time. You just highlight it, and then the edit button is where you will be able to adjust your time. And you'll have to put a reason in for that. We're going to go back to our status screen. Within your first 8 hours, you will need to take a 30-minute DOT required break. To do that, you will have to manually change your duty status. We will do that right here. And it's going to give you the choice of off duty, sleeper berth, driving, or on duty. I'm exempt, so I am missing a button here that does denote personal conveyance. So if you're going to go on your 30-minute break, you can either choose off duty or sleeper berth. In the remarks, 30-minute DOT break, and we're going to hit OK. Now, for the ELD to register the full 30-minute break, you'll have to be sure that you're off duty or in the sleeper berth for 31 minutes. During this time, do not move the truck. If you drive anywhere, the truck will put you into driving mode, and your break will not count. If for some reason you have to move the truck, you can go into personal conveyance, even if you have a trailer on, because you're just going to use your personal time to move the truck, and it won't kick you out of your break. When you're done with your break, you can go back on duty, hit OK, and once you hit that 25 mile an hour threshold, the truck will kick into drive mode. Now we're going to go into vehicle inspections. We're going to go to the home button, back to our main screen, click on the vehicle inspection icon. Now this is where you're going to do your pre-trip and your post-trip. We're going to hit select, and at this screen you're going to note whether there are any defects or there are no defects at all. If there is a defect and you do check a box, it will send an alert to my computer at the office, so we know that there is something wrong with the equipment. We're going to hit no, we have no defects. Next page. It's going to prompt you for the truck number. I took this out of truck 649. Done. Now it's going to ask me if I have a trailer. We will say yes. And for trailer inspection, we're going to note that we have no defects. Next page. We'll pick a random trailer. We'll say 617. I say done. Trailer inspection completed. Alright, we're at the point. We're going to go back to the home screen. We have done our pre-trip. We have our load information in, and we're ready to drive. At this point, I'll talk a little bit about the messaging feature. So this is where you will get messages either from dispatch, the garage, or you'll be able to send messages. As you can see here, there's a DOT inspection area set up, northbound I-75, the Cleo rest area. So they will send you notifications like this, and you can either delete these, reply, or just ignore the message. Compose, this is where you will send messages to dispatch. You can send prefab messages, or you can do a freeform message and type it yourself.